Good morning, Lady Rough Riders. Final game of this tournament. Interesting twist of fate. We will be ending this tournament against another Colorado team, Lady Arapahoe Warriors from down south, where we call home. Got about 30 seconds left on the warm-up, and we will start out the last game. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's great. It's all on the internet now. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you can sing at home.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Perfect. Thanks. Thank you. Note to self, I'll never be on the internet on my birthday again. All right, warm-ups are over. Happy birthday's over. Thank goodness. And we will get this game started. 15-minute periods. Thanks, Doug. All right, front line, we've got Josie on the near wall. Jesse at the point for face-off. Sammy on the far, and Harper squared. Good face-off. Jesse gets it over to Josie. Back to Harper. Harper to Jesse, a bit of a turnover there. It's all right, we got possession of the puck again, just over the blue line. Another turnover here right at the red line. Arapahoe's cutting in. Harper S picks it up. She chips it over in the direction of Sammy, but Arapahoe's there to pick it up. Arapahoe's digging it out of this corner, gets up to Josie. Josie gets it to Jesse. She slaps it down with the hand. Jesse's using good use of her skates as she kicks it out, or nearly out. Harper to Harper, back to Harper, back to Harper. All right. That was messing with Arapahoe, the back and forth. Turnover at the red line. Changing out a couple players. Arapahoe's taking the advantage also. So far, most of our time has been in the neutral zone. We have back to Georgia now. Maddie Lemon's on the ice. Ads is on the ice. Grayson's on the ice. Or I'm sorry, that is Sammy still out there. She tried to rip a shot off, but Arapahoe was there to get in the way. Another turnover at the blue line as Arapahoe takes it across the neutral into our zone. Good pressure by Rough Riders. Ori's out on the ice now. And Maddie Benish on D with Georgia. Got an offside call from the Rough Riders side. I'm sorry, against Arapahoe. Collie and Maeve and Grayson out there for our front line. Good battle up front. Collie and Grayson were able to get it into their zone. Collie and Grayson are mixing up with a couple of the Warriors in the corner. Arapahoe was able to get it along the fence or along the wall on the far side. Arapahoe picks up the puck back behind our goal. Gets out to their D. Their D had nowhere to go, so got a turnover here on the wall. Harper O along with Grayson trying to get up to Collie on this inside wall. Maeve was able to get in the way to keep Arapahoe from doing anything successful or useful with that puck. They bury it down to our back wall. Harper S picks it up. She's looking for a good pass. She gets up to Maeve. Maeve picks it up. She's across the blue. She passes it forward, but it is across the red line. No icing call as Collie flies in. Maeve gets down there just in time to keep it in the zone along with Jessie. I think she did a falling push, and it looks like a face-off here in the Rough Rider zone. I'm sorry, in Warrior zone. We're down to 11:47 in the first period. Arapahoe got it through that face-off. They got all the way down into our zone, rushing it pretty hard. Josie's working on getting across. She's across. Sammy and Josie team is coming up. Josie to Sammy. Sammy rips a pretty accurate shot, but I think the puck was sliding along her stick, and the Arapahoe goalie was able to stop it. Smother it up. Face off. Gets back to Maddie Banish. Maddie takes a shot toward goal. Ooh, just goes a little wide. Made it through all the skaters, though. She had a shooting spot. Shooting lane. Sammy to Josie gets a turnover right there on the far circle. We've got a fast Arapahoe player bringing it in. Georgia gets a stick on it, gets a turnover. Arapahoe picks it up again in the neutral zone. Josie picks it up again. She is solo. She's got one on her heels. And she does a side pass as Arapahoe gets the side poke on her. Arapahoe's taking it back out. Touched by Arapahoe as it goes across the blue line. It's at our goal line. Georgia picks it up. Arapahoe is getting pestered pretty good by the white jerseys, Lady Rough Riders. Georgia gets it in pretty deep, and it's not going to be an icing. Fantastic. Great centering pass by Ori, but it gets over to Arapahoe, picks it up. Harper is on her, followed up with Harper O, who was able to smack it out as Harper got a good poke check on it. Ori's down here at the red line, just below us, gets it up to Ads. Ads gets over around the blue, but there's a defender right there. Arapahoe's back in our zone. There's two. There's three now. Harper O gets a stick on it, gets over to the far wall. It's back behind our goal as Harper S. There's a good back check on Arapahoe. Puck gets loose. Gets up to Ori. That is an icing against Lady Rough Riders at 9:27 in this first period. Looks like we're going to have Grayson, Georgia, Maeve. Looks like that's Collie over there, and Maddie Benish. We have Olive in the net. Good battle at that point. Grayson was able to win that out with her 10-foot long stick down there. Puck got back to our goal line. Maddie is getting pinned into the wall. Grayson helped her out. Got it along this inside wall. It's loose. Maeve tried to swoop in there. Some back and forth there at the point. All right. Arapahoe lost the puck off the stick. Georgia picked it up, helped with Grayson as they work on getting it across. Maeve picked up a loose puck as it went across. She got it across into the neutral zone, but now it's back in. It's Georgia battling it out. She gets run into the boards. Georgia's able to get it along the board. It got loose off the defender as Maeve gave pressure. We have Colley coming in for a side check, but wasn't able to get a stick on that. We had 2 shots on goal. The second one, Olive was able to smother. We're down to 8:17 in the first period. We got Jesse on point, Harper and Harper on D, Josie and Sammy. Puck win by Arapahoe. Sammy gets a stick on a D-to-D pass, and it goes all the way back into Arapahoe zone. Josie picks it up. Oh, shot on goal. Another shot on goal by Sammy. It's on the front porch, and everyone's just swiping. And fantastic reach out by Josie. And she was able to snap it in with a long reach. That was a nice shot by Josie. Great overall line effort. That was a goal, Josie, 7:58 first period. Jesse's on point, Sammy, Josie on the wings, Harper and Harper in the back. Arapahoe gets that win. Josie picks up trash as Arapahoe tries to get it forward. She buries it across the red line. We are deep into Arapahoe zone. Sammy picks up that far wall. It gets centered a little bit. Josie picks it up at the center. Shot on goal. Almost made it over the leg pad as it bounced. Harper S saves it at the far side. I'm sorry, the near side. Shot toward goal by Sammy. It goes wide. Arapahoe did a little sledding as she skidded across the floor. Harper O and Josie and boy, everybody but Harper S is up there trying to battle out on that wall. It gets loose, gets to Sammy. We hear the smack as it hits the glove. Goalie wasn't able to close it. Harper saves that blue line. She swooped in and got a stick on it. Harper O, that is. Gets across the blue line, gets over to Harper O. Harper O to Harper S. Harper S across the red line. It goes loose with no... All right, Arapahoe's back into our zone. Jesse gets tangled up, gets good turnover there near the blue line. Ori's on the ice now for Jesse, or for Josie. All right, Ads gets across the red line. Great effort by Ori and Ads. Puck gets loose, bad pass, bad stick handling. Ori gets tangled up right at the red line, and she's trying to get a stick, get that puck across that blue line. Maddie flies onto the ice with crazy speed and messes with Arapahoe trying to get a good pass. Arapahoe's on defense nonstop. George is on the ice. She gets it across the red line. It is cleared of any icing. Maddie flies in there. Lots of stick lifting and smacking here as Maddie was able to pin the girl against the wall as they were both passing forward. They both lost their edges. Whoa! We just had an Arapahoe player smack Maeve in the side of the helmet with her stick in retaliation. Hockey's physical, but you don't smack each other in the head with a stick without penalties. Maeve is also now in the box. Looks like it was a mutual combat. Not sure what that call is. Looks like we have Harper S and Maddie Benish for D. Sammy, Josie, and Jesse. Jesse doing the face-off. We have a 5-on-5 while they figure out the penalty call. Still a conversation going on between the ref and the coach on Arapahoe. We win that face-off. Good job, Jesse. Gets back to Maddie Benish. She passes it forward toward the goal, so we try and get a centering pass. Puck gets loose. Josie gets it to Jesse. Jesse is trying to get a shot off. Puck's loose back to Harper. She takes a shot, and it rips just past the goal. I don't know which side it went on. I didn't see the angle. Jesse to Josie. Josie gets a shot on the leg pad. Puck is all the way down the ice. That's an icing call against Arapahoe. Still no timer on the clock for the penalty call between Maeve and the other player. We're down to 4:51. Is it a 10? Possible 10-minute for both. Good face-off by Maddie Lemon. She wins it. Great shot by... hit off the side of their goalie. Harper O saves that far blue, gets a shot on goal right into the lower leg/glove. Georgia and Harper O on D. Ori on the far. Ads on the near. Ads had that other shot, by the way. Maddie wins that face-off. Harper O takes another shot toward goal, but it's... Arapahoe is able to get a stick on it. Top of the circle. Ori rips it along from the red line, back up, and a little back and forth here from blue to red and back. Arapahoe drives it into our zone. They try and get a shot. Ori was all over her. She wasn't able to get a good shot. Georgia tried to skate it out, but Arapahoe was able to steal it and get a shot. I think she had it on the outside of her glove and her jersey, so the puck got loose again. So the puck is still in play. Ads putting good pressure, shot on goal. Puck was bouncy, and Olive was able to catch it as it bounced up and over her leg pad. We're down to 3:48. Lady Rough Riders leave the Arapahoe team by 1. We have a face-off with Grayson. Harper S. Grayson gets it over to Harper S. Harper gets it over the blue line. Nice little chip shot so it doesn't get an icing. Looks like Maeve's out there again, so it was not a 10-minute. Looks like 2 minutes only. Everybody sticks on the ground down there. I don't know who's missing their stick. Maeve was. Arapahoe lost their stick too. Maddie Benish on D. Collie Grayson, Maeve on the front end. Shot toward goal by Collie, but it went a little wide. Turnover there in the neutral. The Arapahoe player wasn't able to do much dangling there. Got a turnover here right in the middle. Back and forth more on the neutral zone as Arapahoe shoves it across the red line, but no icing call. Maddie picks it up. She gets it over to Harper on this near wall. Looks like Harper's looking for an open pass as she's got 2 on her. She gets it past 2. She's got 2 more in front of her. She takes a shot on goal, smacks the goalie right in the chest, right below the face mask. Jesse gets it over to Harper O. Georgia's on for Harper S. Gets it up to Georgia. Georgia takes it across the red line, across the blue. turnover right at the blue line as we were crossing in. Harper-Oak, fantastic pass over to Josie. Josie's looking for goal number 2. She missed out on her hat trick yesterday, and I think she wants one today. Harper-O, Josie to Harper-O. Harper-O gets a great shot. It was airborne. Goalie had to lean over and picked up the puck above the pad. We're down to 1:54 on the clock. First period. Jesse on the faceoff. Josie, Sammy in the wings. Harper-O and Georgia on D. Gets back to Harper-O. Harper-O's battling on the wall. She wins it. She gets it in deep along the wall, makes it behind. That's one of the Arapahoe, bounced over the stick. Josie's putting pressure on this near wall. Georgia saves the blue, takes a shot, almost made it through the 5-hole. That goalie was lucky there. There's a rebound, though. A little bit more back and forth. We've got a fast Arapahoe player coming in. Georgia's faster, and she just checked the girl into the wall. So we have a hand up for a call. That is Georgia going to go take a quick break. I think it's a 90-second penalty. I think the girls got used to how rough the game was yesterday. We were guessing the refs were thinking it was a checking league yesterday based on the amount of allowed checking there. Good face-off by Matt. It gets over to Harper S. We're on a penalty kill at this point. We've got a 5-on-4. We have Ads, Lemon, Maddie Banish, Harper S. Arapahoe's right on the doorstep as there's a battle in front on the blue. Olive saved the day, backed up by the rest of the team. We're down to the 60-second mark in this game. 1:14 left on the penalty clock. Great battle by Maddie. She gets over to Ads. Ads gets taken down from behind, but she was able to get it across the blue. Arapahoe is trying to reset up here at the red. Ads is putting good pressure. Gets over to Maddie Banish. Maddie's got one on her. She gets off the inside wall, but it didn't have enough energy to get all the way out. Ads does the same. It is out and across. It's tumbling just into the Arapahoe zone. Arapahoe's resetting with a couple of skaters. Maddie's putting pressure on. Gets past Harper S. Gets all the way down to our goal line. We're down to 20 seconds. Maddie Banish picks it up behind the goal. Harper, she gets over to Harper. Harper S has it. She gets up to Ads. Ads tips it up and out of the blue. 10-second mark. Harper S is, or no, that was Maddie. She was able to bury it into the zone with the final seconds on this clock. There it is. So we'll be starting out the second period with 14 seconds of a penalty kill. We did great on that first half of it. We should be able to do and finish it out successfully with the second half, or last 14 seconds, not half. The officials are on it. They set a timer immediately after that buzzer. So we're down to 35 seconds before the second period starts. I think the refs wanted a little bit more than 60 seconds. They looked surprised when that clock went off. First whistle. The penalty clock is no longer showing 14 seconds after the 60-second timer for between periods. So maybe we're not starting out with the penalty. Oh no, they just reset it. Georgia's back in the box. She's got 14 seconds. Sure feels like a lifetime during when it splits over periods. Olive is back in the net. Swapping sides. Looks like we have Harper and Harper on the back end with Josie and Jessie. Let's go on this penalty kill. Jessie wins it, gets it back to Harper like this piece of cake. Harper's just letting that clock burn off as the Arapahoe goes on the defense, even though they're on the power play. She gets over to Josie, to Harper. Harper tries to tip it in, but it makes it past the stick, hits a leg pad. We'll call that a good shot by Josie. Josie putting pressure on this far wall. We are back to full power. Josie wins across that blue line, gets loose into the zone with Sammy putting pressure. Makes it all the way to the red line as Arapahoe kicks it off the wall. Josie gets a side stick on that. Oh, that was an open, perfect centering pass by Arapahoe. Thankfully, there's nobody ready for it. Harper O to Harper S on the back end behind the goal line. Harper S puts it across the ice, hits Sammy's stick, hits the blue line, and there's a turnover. Arapahoe passed it perfectly to Harper O. Harper O up to Josie, makes it just past, but Josie is working on recovery. Jessie to Harper S. Harper S puts it across the ice to Sammy. Gets loose, gets back to Harper O again. Harper O must look like she is on the Arapahoe team because they continue to pass to her. Harper O banks it off the wall. Sammy relays it, gets up to Josie. Josie's got one on her, two on her, and she tries to backhand it in. There is a whistle because I think one of the Arapahoe girls took the net off the post. I have no idea what the peg that holds it down to the ice. We're down to 13-19 in the second period. Lady Rough Riders lead by 1. Good win by Maddie. Gets over to Ori. She had too much pressure to be able to get a clean shot off. Arapahoe forces it all the way down to our zone, gets picked up by Maddie. Maddie gets into the corner up to Ori. Up to Maddie, and Ori gets across the ice to Ads. It gets into the blue. Ori's coming in hot from the side. Maddie backs up Maddie on near the blue line. Good battle between Ads and Maddie on that far wall in front of the bench. Offside call. Over face off at 12:39 in the second. Good win by Maddie. The battle got the puck forward. Ori is chasing it down into the zone. She loses an edge. She's back up and she is doing some great hack. Oh, she does a backhanded shot on the goalie off the leg pad. We have Harper and Harper on D. Rapids gets all the way back in. Harper O and Harper S get it up and out. I'm not sure who actually got it out across.
You're standing away. Yeah.
Ori's putting great pressure backed up with Maddie. Puck is across the ice. It's an icing call. We're down to 11:55.
Yeah, it went off. How are you?
Did they pay the fee?
Puck is loose in front of Olive. There's some battling there. Oh, shot on goal. It goes, I'm sorry, shot toward the goal. It went wide. It was a hot shot, though. Grayson's got the puck out front. She's got one. She buries it deep toward the goalie. The goalie tipped it and slowed it down for us. Thanks, goalie. Harper O saves it on the far wall. Puck went airborne there for a while. Arapahoe goes down. Harper S is chasing one into our zone. Good pressure, forced them to take a bad shot. Arapahoe's looking for a centering shot. Harper S was there to swat it away. Harper S was able to get it from this near circle up across the red line. It's the first time on this rink. This rink seems a little bit better on the ice. Doesn't seem to be as much snow being created. Harper S picks it up back behind the red line. She goes D to D, but we don't have one over there. But it makes it all the way over in the court to the wall to Colley. Colley picks it up. Colley's across the blue line. She is skating. She's in a race with one. She makes it. She gets it back behind the goalie. Gets over to Jesse. Jesse saves that wall, and once, she's going for it twice. Gets past her. Maeve is there to back her up as Maeve gets shoulder checked. That almost looked like a dive from the other player. We've got a fast Arapahoe player past one. Shot on goal from the top of the circle. Just got past and hit the post and banked into the goal. Goal Arapahoe at 10:06. We have Georgia and Maddie Benish on D. Josie, Jesse, and Sammy on this near wall. Face off at 10:06. Good win by Jesse. She gets it back to Georgia. Georgia buries it. B had it, gets over to Josie. Josie wins a battle in front of Arapahoe's. She gets it to Sammy. Sammy's looking for a shot. Shot toward goal. Went about a foot wide. Jesse's battling in front of the Rough Riders bench now. She keeps it in once. Backed up by Josie. Josie centers it to Sammy. Sammy just got the puck off the end of her stick. They're down into this wall. There is a call. Slashing call. And we have an Arapahoe player going into the box for 90 seconds. We are on our power play at 9:32. We have Harper S and Georgia on D now. Same front line. There's a lot of screaming going on because Arapahoe had 5 players still on the ice. Shot on goal from Georgia from the blue line. Jesse to Josie right in the front doorstep, and Sammy picked up the rebound and slipped it just past the leg pad in between the posts. Good goal. 9:15 goal, Sammy. Looks like we're changing out that front line. We have Maddie, Maeve, and Ori. Harper S and Georgia on the back end. I'm sorry, that's ads out there, not Maeve. Puck gets back to Harper into the zone. Maddie got tripped up in the wall. She's back up. Puck's going back and forth. Ads centers it to Ori, but Arapahoe gets to it. Ori gets a glove on the edge of it, and it bounces out. Ori's working on it, getting out over to Maddie. Maddie to Ads. Ads is across the red. Up to Maddie. They get it over the blue just in time as Maddie was leading Shot toward goal by Georgia. Gets over to Ori. Ori tried to smash it in, but wasn't able to get it there. Too much pressure. This is that is a fast 90 seconds. We're back 5-on-5. Ad's working on trying to an Ori on that far wall. Gets over to Georgia. Georgia to Harper S. Harper S is getting speed. She's across the blue. She's dangling through two. Arapahoe gets it momentarily off her stick as now she was looking for a centering pass. Shot toward goal by Maddie Lemon. Maeve is out there. She takes a shot toward the net and it goes wide. Ori picks up the trash. Bounces off a leg pad. Ori's getting pinned over in that wall. I'm sorry, that's not Ori. That was Maddie Lemon. Great centering pass from Maeve to Ori. Georgia saves that blue line. She does a twisting shot, goes toward. We're down to 7:20 in the second. Grayson's on. She hops off that wall and gets in. She is driving it in. And solo immediately off the bench in the goal. She had 3 on her. Grayson, 7:10 on the clock for goal number 3 for the Lady Rough Riders. We lead 3-1. Grayson on this face-off, Holly in this near wall, Maeve on the far wall, Harper O and Maddie Benish on B. Arapahoe tried to sprint the puck into our zone. It got in and got back out. Grayson wins that wall battle. Puck gets all the way back in our zone. Harper O wraps it around, gets all the way up to Maeve. Maeve does a centering pass. It is slow enough that it won't make it across. And, it just made it. Holly was there to make sure that we didn't lose possession, but one of the follow-up Arapahoe players put some speed on it and got an icing call. That was a lot of sprinting happening for an icing. Face off with Jesse, Josie, and Sammy up front. Harper O and Maddie Benish on the back end.
Go Riders!
Arapahoe wins out that face off, but it gets over. Sammy was able to charge that line. Josie came in from the far side. Gets right past Harper O at the blue line, but Maddie was there to back her up. She centers it. Gets it up to Josie. Josie to Sammy. The puck got off her stick. Got loose. Some back and forth at the top of the inside circle. Over to Josie in the far circle. She banks it off the wall, lifts the stick. She is looking for centering pass to Sammy. Sammy got shouldered right at that moment. Puck is loose again down there as everyone's on the ice. There we go. We're up. Josie's back behind the net on the wall. She does the centering shot up to Maddie Benish. Maddie gets over to Harper O, gets right off at the end of her stick. Harper takes a quick one-timer shot, goes high and to the right. Puck is out across to the center ice. Harper O's coming in. She gets it across. Arapahoe D picks it up. She chips it up and across. Maddie Benish stops the cherry picker. Arapahoe resets. They're in our zone. Harper O gets it up and over to the wall, up to Sammy. Sammy relays it into Arapahoe zone. Arapahoe to Arapahoe, and that is not an icing. Wow, okay. Arapahoe's all the way down in our zone. It's off. Harper O's into the stick. Arapahoe was there to pick up that pass that got loose, and Olive dropped on it. Great save by Olive. We're down to 4:45 in the second. We have Maddie Lemon on point, Harper S, Ori, Georgia. And I'm missing one, and ads. Some back and forth on this near circle. It's pretty slow motion. A little battling out there. Unintended trip by Maddie Lemon. No call. Harper S gets over to Ori right at that blue line. Ori's got 1, 2, 3 on her. She tries to off the leg pad, gets over to Maddie. She knew where to be. Maddie's on this near wall. She buries it deep back to Ori. Ori picks it up behind the net. She's in that far corner now. Far circle. She tries to do a centering pass. Ads got tied up. Harper S saves it. Oh, Maddie Lemon was crossing the lane and got whacked by Harper S's shot. Sounded like a puck on plastic, which was her helmet. Hopefully she's okay. We have Ori picking up at our blue line when the puck went loose. Arapahoe got it. Ads gets it into their zone. Turnover right at the Arapahoe's blue. Arapahoe buries it. Georgia was there to get it. Georgia gets it up along the edge in another tennis game back and forth with an icing call on Arapahoe. Some animated discussion with the Rough Riders. I think they're mimicking get their stick on the ice. We're down to 3:31 in the second. Rough Riders lead 3-1. Grayson on that face-off win. Gets to Harper. Harper takes a shot. It had speed, but it went wide. Made the goalie nervous, though. She put up her glove. Puck is out of the zone. Gets past Georgia. Georgia recovers. Oh, no. Arapahoe's got it again. Shot. Damn. Player was in an uncontrolled skate. She sacrificed her safety and got a goal. She hit the wall behind the net. That is goal number 2 for Arapahoe at 3:05. We have Colley, Grayson. We need another player on the ice. There we go. There's Maeve. Harper O and Maddie Banish on D. Good win by Grayson. Maeve came in behind her, picked it up. Maeve gets it across the blue line on this near wall. Arapahoe D picked it up, passes it beautifully to Banish. Banish tries to pass it forward, hits a skate. Relays back over to Maeve. Maeve gets it across the blue line. Good pressure by Grayson. It's at the red line. That last shooter who dived to take that shot is in our zone. Harper O's trying to put some pressure as she does a centering pass. Oh boy, puck is loose. It's getting swapped everywhere. Maeve picks it up. She is out of our zone. She gets it across the red line. Loses the puck. Arapahoe resets at the red line or the center line. They are in our zone. They get the puck back behind our net. Maddie relays it up to Josie on that far wall. Josie to Maeve just gets past her. The puck might go icing. No icing. Maeve was able to get in there first. She gets pinned against the wall. There's some discussions and a call against Arapahoe. She's dripped Maeve's stick from her, I think. I don't know what it was. I think I just heard the word roughing. Oh, that is a roughing against Maeve. We are on a penalty kill. Maeve's in the box for 90 seconds. We're down to 1:53 on this second period. We still lead by 1 goal. Josie got shoved from the back. She went down, she popped back up. Centering pass from Arapahoe. All of 1 rebound, 2 rebounds. Gets over to Josie. Josie chips it up and out. No icing as the Arapahoe players saved that puck from icing call. Jesse's on the tail, back behind the goal line with Josie. Josie gets a stick on it. She gets a turnover on this near circle. It gets back over into the far circle. We just need a fifth skater out there. Josie saves the blue line. Josie's still putting pressure on. That reach she's got gets back to Harper S near the blue line. Harper buries it back behind the net. Josie is getting some mileage here as she skates all over Arapahoe's zone. Georgia puts it back over the blue line as we reset. Josie's getting a rest. Harper S is in the zone. Gets over to Sammy. Sammy tips it on a high pass. Arapahoe, they're in our zone. They try and do another pass. We're down to 35 seconds on this period. 10 seconds now in this penalty as it goes back and forth at the neutral zone. Arapahoe's desperate. They decide to hand it off to us. We bury it deep. No icing call. Successful penalty kill by the Lady Rough Riders as it's a turnover right at the red line. Sammy gets it across from red to blue. It's a good bank, so there's no icing. Gets up to Harper. Harper's waiting for Sammy to get out of the zone. She passes it over as she burns the clock off. That was a good move. Slow that down. The official immediately had that break clock flying down. We're down to 45 seconds before the end of the final 15 minutes of the game. Rough Riders lead by 1.
Just looks weird.
All right, there's a buzzard. Refs do not look ready. They think that was too fast of a clock also. Well, there it is. They just won that extra 10 seconds. Julia and Corey giving some good, here's how we win the game moments. I'm sure it's the same on the Arapahoe's bench. We have Josie in this near wing, Jesse on point, Sammy in the far, Maddie, Benish, and Georgia on D. Arapahoe comes very slow out to the circle, center ice. All right, we have goalies in their spots. All is still in the net. We're back to our home sides. Good face-off by Jesse. Jesse recovers through some good shouldering. We're in the zone. Sammy takes a shot, but it bounces off the body of an Arapahoe player. Jesse's over there helping as there's, whoa, Sammy got shouldered and fell backwards. She is okay. Georgia picks it up. She gets it through too. Gets over to Josie, but there's a defender that just picked it up right down below us. Sammy and Josie are getting, Josie wins with her skate kick maneuver. Jesse was backing her up, gets over the far wall, and gets batted back across. Almost a turnover at the blue line, but Georgia saved it. Jesse was there to pick it up. Off of Jesse to Josie. Josie up to Sammy across the blue. Jesse, oh, that should be a trip, but it's not. We have two rushing in. Georgia's there first. She gets it out of the zone over to Josie. Nice, smooth move by Georgia. Some more back and forth. Sorry you're getting dizzy on the video. All right, we finally in the zone, but it went across the red line, or both red lines, that is. Goal red line and center line. That is an icing call against Rough Riders at 13:44. Face off in our zone on the near circle. Looks like we have Harper S, Harper O on D. Adds on this near wall. Maddie Lemon doing that face off. Good Maddie. Face off there. Gets over to Ori, who's our other wing. Ori is skating across the red line. Arapahoe gets a stick on it as there's a turnover right at the red line. Arapahoe's in deep, retrieving their own puck as they skate and put it to their D. Their D kind of did a shot. It went way wide of the net. There's a lot of spectating there for a moment. It's not a fun thing when it's your own team doing it too. All right, gets up and out, adds over to Ori. Ori's in Arapahoe's zone. She gets shouldered out of the way. She loses the puck, gets it back, centers it over to Ads. Oh, it was right there. Just got past. Harper O catches it at the red line as we reset in neutral zone. Ads loses an edge as she's coming in to keep it in the blue. Arapahoe's in our zone. Harper O is back behind, going from near to far. She gets it into the wall, tries to pick it up, gets just past her on that far wall. Harper S gets in the way, drops that stick down as a speed bump. Puck is loose. It's going back and forth. Ads gets over into the wall. Harper picks it up. Harper gets it across the blue. She's got one. Oh, the puck just gets back over. Their defender chipped it back into the zone while there's still players in our zone. That's an offside call. We're down to 12:15 in this third period. Lady Rough Riders continue to lead Arapahoe 3-2. Face-off, Grayson. Maeve is on the ice on this near. Holly on that far. Some back and forth as Arapahoe gets into our zone. Georgia had two on her. Arapahoe got it into the corner, but there's nobody there as they were tied up with Georgia. Maddie gets over to Grayson. Grayson loses an edge on that far wall as she's passing the puck out. Maddie Benish picks it up. Some back and forth. George is to it first. She gets it over to the wall. Arapahoe stops it from leaving the zone. Fantastic save by Maddie Benish as they were lining up for another shot. Once, twice, three times now. Maddie Benish is all over it with that brand new stick of hers. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Collie was trying to force it and keep it in the Arapahoe zone. Oh, there's a tripping call with that fantastic shiny new stick by Maddie Benish. As she was trying to get a poke check, it impacted the Arapahoe skater skate instead. We're down to 11-14 in the third period. Unintended consequence there. We have Jesse doing our face-off. Josie, Harper O, Harper S on the ice. Great job by Jesse. She gets over to Josie. Josie skates in quick. Her and Grayson's sticks are about 27 feet long. They've got great reaches with those sticks. Some back and forth in the zone as Harper O sends a pass to Harper S, but oh my gosh. Sorry, I got choked up. There's the puck flew in and Olive stopped a fantastic shot. Shot toward goal. The puck is loose in the crease. Harper S hits it to the far wall. Shot toward goal. Super fast shot. It went way wide. Josie was able to hit it at the blue line. She's now in neutral zone. Just gets it in the zone solo. She's got two. Arapahoe pulled her in deep. Georgia was there to get to the blue line first in the puck. Georgia gets it, banks it off the wall. Jesse's there trying to put pressure on. Shot hits Harper S. Harper S takes advantage. She is on this inside wall. She is across. She is in the zone. She got picked on 2 of the 3 players. So back and forth at this red line. Jesse to Josie. Josie tries to get it into the zone. Jesse drives it in like a linebacker. Harper catches a bad pass by Arapahoe. She takes a shot on goal. It goes wide. We're down to 9:35 on this clock. George is down here battling. It just gets out. Arapahoe's on the offense. We have Maddie Lemon out there. Some fantastic D by Lady Rough Riders and some bad passing by Arapahoe. Maddie takes it in across this inside wall. She drove it in. It's in there. She's getting back up by Sammy. Georgia's on this near wall on D. Maddie Banish on that far wall. Puck is loose on that far wall. Sammy's putting some pressure on, some back checking, poke checking, cross over the red line, and she ricocheted a puck off one of Arapahoe's coaches on the bench. We're down 8:56. Face off center ice. Lady Rough Riders still lead by 1. We have ads near Ori Farr and Maddie Lemon on that point. Gets back to Maddie Banish. She gets back across out of our zone. Harper O's our Farr D. Ori tries to go down for a speed bump block. Puck goes off the wall, gets back. Maddie Banish picks it up behind Olive. Maddie to Ori, big turnover right at the blue line. Arapahoe just had more speed there. They were able to just force the puck and keep it in. So back and forth as Arapahoe tries to set up, and we clog the lanes. Adds lost an edge here. Centering pass. Arapahoe's getting tied up with Harper O. Arapahoe saves that blue line, gets over to Harper O. Harper O is skating behind. She buries it across the wall up to ads. There are 2 Arapahoe players here on ads. Puck gets loose again onto this inside circle. And ads chips it out. Ads chips it double toward the goal. Their goalie, thankfully, was really nice and kept an icing from happening, even though I think it was a no icing call. Jesse tries to keep it in that blue line. There's a turnover with 1 Arapahoe player. Oh, Jesse putting pressure on, so she can't do anything. Puck gets loose and skates forward, and we have a call against Jesse. She's going to go on that very warm Rough Rider penalty bench at this point. We've had some time in that bench. Poor Jesse is in there, keeping that seat warm, hopefully for no other players, as we're down to 7:37. We are on a penalty kill now. Maddie Lemon on, I'm sorry, that was Josie doing that face-off. Sammy, Josie, Harper, and Georgia. Puck's right down here at the red line. Georgia, offside call. Sammy is just over the blue line. We're going to have a face-off right here. Down to 7:22 in this game. Josie on a face-off. Sammy on the outside. Georgia giving dirty teenager eyes to the Arapahoe parents as they say, "Let's go Warriors." Teenager stares when they're angry. It's pretty scary. We got Josie in that far wall. She gets it up to Sammy. Sammy's just... It's on a Sunday drive and tried to chip it in. Arapahoe just watch. Georgia tried to save that blue line, but it just was over. Oh, I hope Arapahoe starts singing again, because the girls just stare at the parents. It's amazing. It's great. Josie on this face-off. Back to Georgia. Georgia tries to get it up, but Arapahoe goes down against when they bump into Georgia. Arapahoe's in our zone. Centering pass from Arapahoe. Nobody there. Good pickup. Block / right at the crease. Georgia's got it. She is doing some back and forth dangling. She gets it over to Sammy, but it just gets past her. Georgia recovers it as Arapahoe keeps it in. We're down to 6:20 on that clock. As Arapahoe tries to reset with Josie putting pressure. We have 10 seconds left on this penalty kill. We have ruined their penalty or power play as Georgia skates it up and across. No icing call. Sammy's on it back behind Arapahoe. We got 6 minutes on the clock. Arapahoe loses skate. Sammy recovers in this corner. Ads is on the doorstep. Oh, Sammy tries to wrap it around. Ads is on. All right, puck got loose. Gets back to Maddie Benish. Maddie to Harper O. Harper O on the outside. She passes it forward. It gets past our forward. That is all right. Maddie Lemon is putting pressure with Ads as they skate hard on that D player who's looking for a pass. Puck is loose at the red line. Harper picked it up. Harper S. She takes a shot. It smacks into a Arapahoe player. Another turnover at the blue line. Harper saves it. Ads was going to be offsides. It's in and out again. Arapahoe is pushing into our zone. They're in our zone. Harper S. and Ori put some pressure on. Gets up to Ads. Ads is near this red line. She wins it. Ori's putting pressure into the blue zone. Ori in one. Oh, just got past. Arapahoe's resetting. They go across the ice. We get some fresh skaters on the ice. Maeve, Georgia. Oh, off. That was a bad sound. That was the puck ricocheting off of Olive's side of her mask. It's not the sound you want to hear. All right, gets up to Colley. Colley has got it out of our zone. Arapahoe had a little bit more speed, but another turnover. Harper S. has got it at the red line. She is in the zone. She's dangling 1-2. Takes a shot and goal right into the goalie's chest. Grayson was flying in there with Colley. Shot on goal again from Harper. Colley and Grayson were right there for trash. Harper takes another chipping shot, takes down a one of the girls took Harper's shot and she is in a lot of pain on the ice. They're calling in the coach immediately. We're down to 3:51. I think the puck found skin. I think the puck found skin on her. Girls wear quite a bit of equipment to protect them, but there's some fleshy spots open here and there underneath that jersey. She's pulling herself up. All right, she's up. She's skating off. That's a good sign. Hopefully she's okay. I think that shot's definitely going to leave a mark. All right, we have Jesse coming out. Josie, Sammy, Georgia, and Maddie Benish. 3:51 on this game. Jessie won that face-off. Don't know what her stats are on that, but she's doing great. Well, back and forth. She tries to do a chipping, centering shot, but it gets up and out. Maddie Benish picks it up. Maddie's looking for a clean pass. She gets it up to Josie. Josie to Sammy. Sammy on the goalie stick. There was a rebound. The goalie slid forward and smothered it. We're all the way down to 3:26 in the game. Good face-off. Jesse gets it back to Georgia. Georgia takes a chipping shot. Josie tried to chip it down. Gets over to Sammy. Sammy gets a shot on goal. Someone, I think, just back-checked Jessie. She went down at the goal line, but she was back up. Sammy saves that blue line, gets up, keeps us from getting an offside. Jessie's got it. Sammy's got it from that far circle, looking for an opening up to Jessie. Turnover there at the top of the inside circle. Too much pressure on Arapahoe. They buried it. It gets to Georgia. Georgia, some back and forth here. Josie and Georgia are working on it. Jessie picks up the trash on the backside. She skates it behind Olive. She passes forward / shot, and it goes to the side. All right, we have a face-off at 2:32 in Lady Rough Rider zone. Harper O, Harper S on D, Ori, Maeve. It looks like Ads was doing that face-off. All right, puck gets loose, gets over to Maeve on this near wall. She gets put into the wall. Ads takes a ricochet off her leg pad as she blocks a shot. Harper O to Harper S. Harper S is looking for some dangling. She's past one. She lost the puck as she was skating forward. Ads picked it up. She drives it in that far wall. We're down to almost the 2-minute mark as Arapahoe resets. Good back check poke check by Ads. Harper picks it up. She wraps it around. Maeve catches it on this far wall. Gets just out of the zone. Ads puts it in, but we are just off sides. Minute 49. All right, who do we got? We have Jessie on point, Josie on this near wall, Sammy on the far, Harper and Harper squared. Jessie wins this face-off. D-to-D pass got intercepted over to Harper S. Shot on goal. They had a sprinter. All right, great tip up from Sammy to Josie as we're in that far corner in Arapahoe zone. Josie recovers it. She centers it. It bounces off somebody, goes airborne as it hits the top of the net. Gets back to Harper S. Harper S gets a shot on goal. And Jessie picked up the rebound as the goalie slightly turned sideways and put it in. Jessie, goal number 4, Lady Rough Riders, at a minute 18 in this third period. Right. We have Georgia and Maddie Benish back on D. Same front line. Arapahoe still coming out to the face-off. Back and forth. Jessie won it, but Arapahoe held her in position until it was a turnover there at the center point. They got it into our zone. Whoa, Arapahoe's coming out angry. Gets back to Jessie. Jessie skates it behind Olive. She got taken off her skates. And she's up slowly. Puck gets all the way across neutral. Josie's got it. She's got 4 tailing on her. She gets slightly gently pushed into the wall there. Ads saves that blue line. She came out skating hard, keeps it in play in the zone. Sammy's out here putting some pressure on the backside. Georgia's got it at the blue line. She puts it in deep behind. Over to Sammy. Sammy tries to get a crazy hard angle shot along the red line or the goal line. Ori's stick just went flying up there. I'm not sure what happened there. She's got recovery. Arapahoe pulls it across the center ice. Georgia intercepts that pass as Sammy backs up Ads in the far blue line. Ori brings it all the way down. Some shoving and pushing and stuff over there between Ori and Arapahoe. These two teams have always had a battle between each other, and that is a win for Lady Rough Riders for the end of their tournament. good way for the girls to travel home on back-to-back wins at the end of the tournament.
Good job!
We'll end the stream here shortly after the girls do their good game, good jobs, and we'll see you back in Colorado to have another game against each other. All right, that is the end of the game. Thanks for watching this weekend. Have a good Sunday.